Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Professor Tim Blackman, and I'm the very proud Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research, Scholarship and Quality at the Open University. By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the university, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 27th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2014. We're delighted to welcome the Lord Lieutenant of Dorset, Mr. Angus Campbell, the Worshipful Mayor of Poole, Councillor Peter Adams, and the Sheriff of Poole, Councillor Joe Clements, all of whom have found time in their very busy diaries to be with us today. It's also my great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduands, Dame Hilary Mantel and Miss Alice Chigumira. We're delighted to be able to honour them today. Each year, the Open University awards over 14,000 degrees, and throughout 2014, more than 7,000 of the graduates are being presented for their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one today in Poole. These are being held in 13 different towns and cities throughout the UK, as well as in Dublin, in Versailles, and in other places as far apart as Moscow, Bucharest, and Addis Ababa. This illustrates the extraordinary scale, scope, and reach of the Open University, underlining the fact that you're joining today a worldwide community of graduates. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families and loved ones, as well as the university staff, who I hope you'll feel have nurtured and supported you. And you could be forgiven for feeling that the occasion is so important that it needs to be solemn, and you'd be quite wrong. In every sense, this is an afternoon of celebration. So we'll be very disappointed if anyone crosses the stage today to anything less than thunderous applause or whatever other way you choose to express your enthusiasm and support. With that in mind, would all of today's graduates briefly stand? Please join. And if you remain standing just for a moment, because we're going to have to do that again, because what I'm going to say is please join me in expressing your thanks to all those in the audience who've helped and supported you on what must have at times felt like a long and arduous academic journey. So it's your turn. Today's ceremony will begin with the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Dame Hilary Mantel. Professor Kevin Hetherington, Dean and Director of Studies in the Faculty of Social Sciences, will present Dame Hilary, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. Following this, we'll see the presentation of those graduates who've gained a higher degree and who've been able to attend here today. They will be presented by Miss Elizabeth Mullett, Assistant Director, Student Services. We'll then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Master of the University to Miss Alice Chigumira. She'll be presented by Professor Hetherington, and she'll sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. Then we'll continue our presentation of graduates with those who've gained first degrees. And to conclude the ceremony, I'll give a personal address to the graduates.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Hilary Mantel is one of the most admired and successful writers in Britain today, and she can fairly be called one of our greatest living writers. Born in Derbyshire, Hilary read law at London School of Economics and Sheffield University, but did not practice. Instead, she worked briefly in a geriatric hospital and in a department store. In her early 20s, she began working on a novel about the French Revolution. It would be more than 20 years before this was published as A Place of Greater Safety. In the meantime, her husband's work took them abroad, first to Botswana and then to Saudi Arabia. She published her first novel in 1985 and has since built up an exceptional body of work, distinguished by her unique and compelling narrative voice, detached, humorous, and inventive. Best known for her historical fiction, Hilary has nonetheless published across a variety of genres. She has been a film critic and literary journalist. She continues to review books and write radio drama. Her memoir, Giving Up the Ghost, explores the strange mysteries of her childhood, her battle with misdiagnosed and cripplingly painful illness, and the possibilities of lives unlived. Her latest collection of short stories, The Assassination of Margaret Thatcher, has just been published. Many of her novels have been singled out for prizes and shortlists. To give just a few examples, Flood was a multiple award winner. A Place of Greater Safety was chosen as the Sunday Express Book of the Year. An Experiment in Love won the Hawthornden Prize, and Beyond Black was shortlisted for the Orange Prize. But it has been her work on Thomas Cromwell in the extraordinary books Wolf Hall and Bring Up the Bodies that took her career to new heights, leaving readers gripped and critics searching for adequate superlatives. These books have now been translated into 36 languages. Both books won the Man Booker Prize, making her the only woman and the first Briton to win twice, and the only time that two novels in a trilogy have been awarded the prize. Wolf Hall is the biggest selling winner since records began, while Bring Up the Bodies is the only winner to enter the paperback charts at #1. Such accolades demonstrate that our books are both critically acclaimed and hugely popular. Their adaptations into 2 plays by the Royal Shakespeare Company has likewise been a triumph. Wolf Hall and Bring Up the Bodies have been turned into a 6-episode BBC 2 television series to be broadcast in 2015. To say that the final instalment in the series, The Mirror and the Light, is hotly anticipated would be the understatement of the year. Hilary was awarded a CBE in 2006 and made a Dame in the most recent birthday honours list. When Hilary first began writing, she was told that no one was interested in historical fiction. Her work has in no small part contributed to the resurgence of interest in that genre. Indeed, she has revolutionised it. Many Open University students are foremost amongst her admirers, and we are delighted to honour her tremendous service to the arts and literature here today. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, by authority of the Senate, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of the University, Dame Hilary Mantel.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, graduands, honoured guests, thank you for welcoming me here today. It's a privilege to share this wonderful and special day with you. I will tell you in a very few words how much this means to me. In my family, I was the first person to have the opportunity of higher education. My clever foremothers and forefathers were, in any conventional sense, untutored. My grandmother's education ended when she was 12, my mother's when she was 14. They were as intelligent as I am, but trapped within the expectations and the social structures of their time. I'm able to remember when the idea of the Open University was born. I was still young myself, but I knew what an inspiring idea it was. I thought, this is for people like us. I knew I was lucky to be set on a conventional academic path. It's the only part of my progress, if you like, that has been conventional, and I have the highest admiration for people like yourself, whose path to fulfilling their potential has needed patience, tenacity, flexibility, ingenuity, and self-belief. I always understood that the Open University could change the lives of families like mine. I saw that it would open up the world, enable and inspire thousands and thousands of people. It's an institution that should be just as proud of its history and place in our national life as Oxford and Cambridge are. And it seems to me that it ranks alongside the NHS as one of the great achievements of post-war Britain. It's one of the great survivors of an era of ideals, of a more democratizing and egalitarian world. It's now an international institution of great prestige, an ideal grown into a powerful, flourishing reality. And I'm honoured and proud to be here to congratulate you today and to have a small part in it. Thank you.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, I present to you, for a thesis entitled Performance Evaluation of Powerline Technology on Low Voltage Distribution Networks, Lister Wills. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled The Implications of Using Small-Scale Techniques for Secondary School Chemistry Practicals, Jason Shirley. I present to you, for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History, Linda Cully. degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, I present Julie Pascoe. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Sally Ann Ems. Avril Johnson. And Anne-Marie Jonker. For the degree of Master of Arts in History with distinction, I present Michael Southgate. For the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Linda Addison. For the degree of Master of Arts in Social Sciences, I present Christine Coe. For the degree of Master of Business Administration with distinction, I present Robert Easton. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Lyndon Constant. Mark Sanderson. And David Thompson. For the degree of Masters in Business Administration, Technology Management, I present Ralph Holloway. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Erica Thorne. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing for Commerce and Industry, I present Lawrence Fry. For the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present Karen Lear. For the degree of Master of Science in Earth Science with distinction, I present Amanda Williams. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Val Lancaster. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychology and Criminology, I present Helen Jones. For the degree of Master of Science in Management and Business Research Methods, I present Jochen Schneider. For the degree of Master of Science with Mathematics with distinction, I present Simon Bowden. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, I present Tony Royal. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, I present Nigel Thomas. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychology, I present Pauline Locke. For the degree of Master of Science in Social Research Methods, I present Joanne Hoskins. For the degree of Master of Science in Software Development, I present Declan O'Reilly. And for the degree of Master of Science in Technology Management, I present Simon Sidebother.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Alice Chigamira has transcended adversity in her own life and used the compassion and empathy she has developed through her own experiences to dedicate her life to others. Growing up in Zimbabwe during one of the many turbulent periods of civil war, Alice witnessed massive social upheaval and distress. Although she was an excellent student, fluent in 3 languages, the family environment and finances prevented Alice from furthering her education. Instead, she attended secretarial college, which led to government work in a series of administrative roles. Gaining in experience and confidence, she joined the diplomatic service. Alice served as a diplomat in Belgrade, in the former Yugoslavia, from 1989 to 1991, fortunately returning home before the Yugoslav wars broke out. She then worked for the Vice President of Zimbabwe before being posted to Mozambique in 1992. Here, she became known for her writing on effective communication between different cultures to promote shared understanding and positive relations, winning an award presented by the President of Mozambique. Back in Zimbabwe, she took redundancy from work in the Foreign Ministry and concentrated on writing, speaking, and conducting conferences on communicating with different cultures. But eventually, the political instability forced her to leave the country in 2002 and settle in the UK as a refugee. The Reading Refugee Support Group was invaluable in helping Alice establish herself, and as soon as she was able, she was determined that she would offer the same helping hand to others. She has since served 7 years as the group's vice chair, then chair, and has helped many local refugees regain some stability in their lives. Her work empowers refugees, especially women, to adapt to their own new situations, forge new careers, and build a better life for themselves and their families. Alice continues to actively challenge prejudice, stereotypes, and misconceptions. She organised Refugee Week in Reading and helps shape government policies affecting refugees. She featured in a BBC educational documentary about refugees and in a narrative story produced for the British Library. She also started volunteering, researching, writing, and supporting those disenfranchised by HIV/AIDS, something that struck a deep chord when she lost close relatives and friends to the disease. She writes regularly for the local newspaper and other media on these issues. Alice has also been an effective proponent of diversity in Reading. She is one of the founders of the Zimbabwe community groups in the UK, volunteers for Positively UK, supporting women with HIV, and is a member of Amnesty International. Beginning in the UK as a carer, Alice became a social worker for Reading Borough Council. Helping others to realise their potential is her profession as well as her passion. She has studied with the Open University and Reading University, where she gained a master's degree in international relations while battling breast cancer. Alice has been a powerful advocate for the Zimbabwean community in Reading and has both strengthened that community internally and built bridges with other community groups. It is a privilege to honour more than 25 years of public service for two nations across such a wide variety of fields. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, by authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Master of the University, Alice Chigumira.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I come from a rich culture, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you to the Open University in my cultural tongue, as this award is bestowed upon me, at least in my part, for my notable contribution to culture. Ngiyabonga, tinotenda, talumbwa. The award, though gratefully accepted, does make me feel a little self-conscious in the sense that it's not just for me, but for all Zimbabwe diasporas who have faced different adversities and yet bring a wealth of skills to society. Also, for anyone who has faced all sorts of ill health but continued to persevere. And for all the refugees around the world facing persecution with global figures surpassing 50 million at present. To the community of Reading Town, where I come from, my friends and family, knowing the days when things are not well, when I'm not wearing the high heel. My two daughters, Michelle and Tadiwa, for telling me, Mom, you're worth more than you think. My partner, who has also given me the power to carry on and loved me for who I am. Wayne, thank you for that, for supporting through my journey, and for God in everything that I believe in. I love human stories, and behind a human story, there's a learning curve. I've been fascinated by human stories and have met and read many human stories. What it does is gives us faith to carry on despite adversity. My story is not different from any other person I've met or grown up with, or somebody here or around the world. From childhood in a small town of Bulawayo in Guabalanda, to parents who had 5 children. My father was a retired messenger when I went to school in the national realm. He had a cart selling fruits and vegetables to the local community, with children taking some of his oranges and bananas without paying. Also, there was my mother, who sold clothes, drinks, and imported wares at her home. Although she did not have a higher education, she always told us that knowledge without civilization was nothing. Not forgetting my dear brother, Wizlet, who waited outside the school gate during inspection because he did not have school shoes, as he opted for my parents to buy me school shoes, as my school, Mzilikazi High School, was more prestigious than his. This was where my self-cultivation started, and it became an Alice in Wonderland adventure. To a story of a diplomat I met in Belgrade who thought Zimbabwe was in South Africa, or the 11-year-old boy that I knew in Mozambique, who lived in the streets of Maputo, Mozambique, waiting every Saturday at a market to assist me to carry my shopping, calling me Tia, so that he could be paid for purchases of a next meal. To the story of the elderly disabled person in Reading who I've cared for and did not understand my culture. For example, this older person became fascinated by my hair dreadlocks, and me equally intrigued, if not confused, by not fully understanding what was mula rice when going for shopping, going in the department where they sold rice instead of going to the fridge. To the refugee woman who lost her hopes as she has been stripped of anything that makes us all human, the right to family. To the professional who is an asylum seeker, persecuted in his own country for wanting freedom of speech, unable to provide for his family in an unfamiliar territory, and stripped of all his worthiness. To the gay man who is stigmatized because of HIV and feels deserving of love. To the widow and her children, ostracized from the committee for being HIV positive. I all know that we are all humans, and this should be the organizing principle of all of us. Marilyn Wilson said, in every community, there's work to be done. In every nation, there are wounds to be healed. In every heart, there is the power to do it. We all are bounded by a common cause to try and harmonize how we live and magnify ourselves within our community. This might be true for universities like Open University, which for me brought me to life as I was lifeless with breast cancer, and the accumulation of my life stories. I believe in the power of pressing the restart button again. I'd come here as a refugee, worked as a diplomat. I felt amputated, emotionally malnourished, and I'd also left my daughters behind and a life that I'd built, and I then settled in Reading, a complete metamorphosis with a great community. I failed several interviews by a decimal point to get a funding for my social work degree with my local authority, and I was then diagnosed with breast cancer. I was searching for a purpose after having lost all 7 members of my family in a space of 14 years. And here I was feeling that I was being defeated. I decided that dying was not an option, and I would not be defeated. I started feeling alive when I chose to press the restart button again by studying with the Open University at home, despite all the odds that come with cancer treatment. I've been to civil service first stream interview. One of the Cambridge graduates asked me if I was a carer for one of the disabled interviewees. I failed by a margin of 0.20 and became a statistic. I applied for a job 3 times in one department. I couldn't get it. I sat in a classroom with young people at Reading University who thought I'd been sponsored by a women's organization pursuing gender equality when I was studying for my master's in international relations. To all the graduates, today is your story. I'll say to you, congratulations that you've worked with conviction, supported by your family and friends, studying with the Open University. Armed with your courses, it will be essential one day to find your restart button when things fail in work, in personal life, in education, and other aspects of your daily living. Not only should you use what you've learned in your academic or work life, but also find passion in humanitarian needs in communities where you live, or broaden your horizons to other communities, yet ventures. Illuminate your light in others, just like Nelson Mandela said, do not shy away from your extraordinariness. I leave you with this poem, which more or less summarizes my story. The word home indicates a place a person lives. It is a real place, possible with walls and a door. but it is the emotions you feel that makes a place your home. I wanted to find my real home, a place I could feel comfortable and safe. Many people consider their family their home, and there was a time when I thought that was it for my case. Everybody lives. Does that make me homeless, or does it make you homeless? My home is myself. My body, it is marked with my journey through life. It shows my family origins and also emotions. My mind, it holds every memory and it treasures the existence of every object of importance to me. Wherever I'll go, whatever I do, in the future, I will be home. My home is me. Congratulations and God bless you all.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, we now come to the part of today's ceremony that marks the presentation of graduates who have gained a first degree and have been able to attend here today. The full subject and classification details are printed in the Directory of Graduates. I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Maria Araujo Lopez. Rhoda Curtis. Lynette Goosey. Stephen Hawes. And also for the Higher National Diploma in HSC, Paul Hopkins. Donna McGettigan. David Moran. Mary Norrish. Kelly Rosa. Lisa Roxburgh. Laura Shooter. Helen Catherine Speakman. Leslie Steele. Kate Toogood. And Mark Walker. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Gemma Allerton. Nicola Auger. David Barlow. Jeanette Barnes. Melissa Baxendale. Philippa Brunt. June Butler. Rebecca Cackett. Mark Campbell Lendrum. Ian Creasy. Jennifer Cross. Holly Crossland. Judith Darrowby. Kevin Darling-Finan. Sonia Davies. Harriet Deverell. Peter Enright. Claire Fields. Angela Godfrey. Jade Goodyear. Karina Gordon. Joanna Gordon. Catherine Graham. Margaret Kennedy Green. Jolien Gumbrell. Cheryl Guy. David Hammond. Emily Harrison. Lucy Havenith. Catherine Healy. Peter Heathcote. Kelly Higgins. Jessica Hine. Sarah Hoban. Sophia Horwood. John Hughes. Amanda Johnson. Ruth Johnson. Hayden Jones. Janet Jones. Michael Jones. Nikki Jones. Jessica King. Carly Langley. Georgina Langley. Aragorn Lawrence. Pat Lewis. Natalie Lowe. Lisa McIntosh. Steve Marshall. Carl Matthews. Anthony Mifflin. Jane Mills. Bronwyn Newman. Tamarin Nuttall. Matthew Oakley. Belinda Oliver. Louise Pack. Sally Parker. Jean Parr Bowman. Hannah Parsons. John Peel. Elizabeth Pikesley. Charlene Rawlings. Sally Reese. Tricia Roberts. Gillian Ryan. Gemma Saunders. Mary Saundry. Ruth Small. George Smith. Vicky Smith. Sarah Stegel. Ashley Stevens. Natalie Talbot. Melanie Tamblin. David Tatt. James Taziman. Ian Thompson. Philip Thompson. Katie Till. Emily Troy. Sally Turner. Maria Ubina Perez. David Wadsworth. Lynn Walsh. John Weston. Susanna Weller. Brenda White. Craig White. Christine Wiseman. John Workman. And Jason York. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Carol Allen Smith. Nicola Alsop. Faye Bailey. Debbie Butler. Marco Cavallaro. Sally Cook. Paula Cooley. Maria Soledad Gomez Crisostomo. Joanna Hicks. Jane Lilly. Louise Pyle. Alice Port. Emmanuel Chazi Sabugeni. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Simone Porter. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Ian MacDonald. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Christine Dowling. And Gary Slack. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, I present Rebecca Cipriano. Karen Daly. Anita Grubb. Sharon Ingram. Charlotte Silk. Teresa Smith. Stephen Thorne. Edward Troughton. And Sally White. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Barbara Ann Adams. Carly Adams. Diane Allen. Conrad Back. Jane Baker. Christine Bannister. Jean Barnes.
Well done, Jean. Well done.
Richard Blakeman. Amelia Bruin. Linda Collins. Kelvin Crocker. Joanna Culliford. Vilma de Pretties. Danielle Drodge. Jacqueline Feyerabend. Kate Francis. Janan Freed. Christopher Fuge. Rosemary Harris. Mark Hayes. Katie Higgins. Jeanette Pinder. Anne Holm. Elaine Jackson. Gemma Keel. Stuart Kirk. Tim Kohler. Agnieszka Komorowska-Rock. Caroline Liddell. Stephen Lissenden. Jane Martin. Tracy Jacqueline McBride. Jane McCorkadale. Joanne McGinn. Natalie Medcalf. Alan Midwinter. Stephen Mulholland. Tracy Orr. David Pearce. Leanne Peaty. Lenka Piri. Albert Price. Kwai Fong Purchase. Paula Ratcliffe. Andrew Raymond. Gurmukh Kaur Roth. Emma Royal. Michelle Skelly. Elizabeth Smart. Sean Snow. Emma Starsmore. Suzanne Stevens. Deborah Stone. Marion Symes. Suzanne Taylor. Hannah Tobin. Deborah Truman Smith. Mark Walsh. Sarah Jane Welshman. Fiona Wood. And Sarah Yeo. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Michael Biddulph. Stephen Brown. Deborah Callahan. Andrew Croom Johnson. Sean Edwards. Diana Fitch. David Gale. Rebecca Hughes. Richard Kefford. Enid Lambert. Nobuke Makonto. Deborah Murray. Suzanne Morell. Jennifer Negus. Christopher Owen. Deirdre Pretorius. And Nikki Williams. For a foundation degree, I present Chris Abbott. Rebecca Atwater. Tanya Ball. Lucy Bassett. Caroline Beach. Martin Burt. Amanda Cheney. Lindsay Cranch. Jocelyn Earle. Jane Edwards. Susan Faulkner. Kate Heaney. Abigail Keatley Hanson. Daniel Kello. Natalie King. Jane Langton. John LePage. Hannah Marsh. Naomi Miller. Estelle Minton. Emma Nelson. Angelina New. Janet Page. Gail Palmer. Julianne Phipps. Sarah Roberts. Kay Stacey. Jackie Taylor. Faye Thick. Claire Tobin. Ria Trent. Keith Walters. Joanna Watson. Val Wally. Alan Whitehead. Grace Williams. Joe Woodhams. And Victoria Woodhams. For the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Angela Hohoska. Maria Rosa Flower. Philippa Matthews. Catherine Roberts. Anne Rowe. Linda Sharp. Madeline Slevin. Emma Warren. and Shani White. And for the Professional Graduate Certificate in Education, I present Philippa Connolly.
Thank you everyone for coming today to this marvellous and very special occasion when we celebrate the achievements of our new graduates. I know that behind every one of those hands that I've just shaken is a real story of commitment and determination. Some of you will have had doubts about whether you'll ever make it to graduation. Some of you have coped with issues in your lives that would challenge others just to keep going, let alone to graduate with an honours degree. Some of you submitted your assignments from different far-flung corners of the globe as your lives took you to new places, yet your university was always with you. And for others, it wasn't enough just to study for a degree. There's a group of you that came together to write short stories and got them published. And of course, I must mention our nursing graduates, paramedics and care workers today, working in the NHS, newly skilled. I'm sure I speak for us all in recognising the dedication and expertise of our care workers. The media loves to focus on what's wrong with the NHS, but when we see the struggle with Ebola in Africa, we realise how lucky we are to have qualified nurses and care workers that we too often take for granted. We're very proud of what all of you have accomplished. Your achievements make our university the great institution that it is. And I'm sure you'll remember this day for the rest of your lives, looking splendid in your gowns and hoods here in Poole's Lighthouse. This fantastic building is a source of inspiration and pride for its community and for its wider region. It's a centre of excellence for live events, film and visual art, and a dynamic cultural facility. Its achievement is testament to the belief of the local authority and many volunteers that the arts are for everyone. And today we're celebrating that education is for everyone as well. But above all, we're here to celebrate the belief that you, our graduates, had in yourselves and that your family and friends had in you. It's not easy being an OU student, often juggling study and deadlines with all the demands of family and working lives. Indeed, some of you here today with us may well recognise the adage that there's only one thing harder than being an OU student, and that's living with one. Among the people that have supported you are the university's tremendous staff, our advisors, academics, student services staff, and our associate lecturers. Let's show our thanks to them all now. It's been a great privilege to celebrate our honorary graduates today as well. Hilary Mantel, whose work has so enriched our literature, and Alice Chigumura, who's an example of dedicated public service to all of us. One of our other distinguished honorary graduates, Bill Bryson, wrote this a little while ago. What other nation in the world could give us William Shakespeare, pork pies, Christopher Wren, Windsor Great Park, and the Open University. We might reflect on how young our iconic institution is compared to other well-known seats of learning. We've had several centuries less to become a great university, but we have levels of student satisfaction with the quality of what we do that rate us among the best universities in the country. There's no doubt that this success owes a huge amount to the staff whose work we've just acknowledged. But it also owes a huge amount to the vision of the pioneers who created the OU back in 1969. Foremost among those pioneers was Jenny Lee, a woman whose own journey from a Scottish mining community to Minister of State has left an indelible mark on what our Open University is today. What we are is a community where what matters is wanting to learn, not our social class, gender, ethnic group, or where we're from. This is what Jenny Lee said in a speech back in 1971. She said, "It's a complete fallacy to think of the Open University as a working class university, or a middle class university, or a millionaires university, although there are a few millionaires who could be improved by a course. It's simply something in the flow of our time, simply making the highest level of scholarship over the arts, science and technology available to much larger numbers than ever in the past." You, our graduates today, have achieved the level of scholarship Jenny Lee celebrates in this speech through the courage to know that this is possible. And your university is not just a leading teaching university, but it's a research university too. Our research enriches what we teach, but it's also about our innate curiosity as human beings. That's what motivated our scientists to work on sending a spacecraft to chase a comet millions of miles from Earth, searching for the answer of how water formed on our planet. In November, it'll land on the comet's surface, an amazing feat of science. This research also has great economic value. The huge amounts of information now sent back to Earth from satellites is helping to create new businesses and new jobs, but brings challenges as well about how to analyse what's called big data and keep it secure. Big data is now everywhere in our digital world. Every time we use a swipe card, mobile phone, click a mouse, visit the doctor, or even drive along the road, we're generating data that someone else is using. Our computer scientists and mathematicians at the OU are using it to solve problems like how to prevent our cities grinding to a halt with traffic congestion, or how we can protect ourselves from the spread of infectious diseases. Our social scientists and philosophers are working on it too, such as how we protect individual rights and privacy. Universities are about our common good, as well as private benefit. I'm sure that you're all as proud as I am of the OU's mission to promote educational opportunity as a way to a more just and equitable world. Much is said these days about the personal financial return from a university degree, which is significant in terms of future earnings. That's important, but less is said about the social return. Graduates are, on average, healthier and happier than non-graduates, and contribute their new confidence and skills in many ways to society. So put your degree to good use and show the world what's remarkable about Open University graduates. Stay part of our community as alumni or by studying again, and remember those words on our university crest: learn and live. Thank you. Would all of today's graduates please stand? May I ask all of the guests assembled here today to once again express their warmest congratulations and best wishes to you all. Well done. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all please stand?